College football season is now. There's a game going on right now, Thursday, while we're recording. The Backyard Brawl's going on. Our Michigan State Spartans are going this Friday night, which is awesome for us because that means that we have Saturday kind of stress-free to just enjoy everything else that's out there in the world of college football. Let's start. We started with the Spartans last time, so let's start with the Michigan Wolverines this time at minus 30.5 favorite, an over-under of 61.5. It's going to be a new look Michigan defense because that defensive unit from last year that got into the college football playoff has lost a lot of people. But offensively, talking about a team that earned the Joe Moore Award last season for best offensive line in the country. Both quarterbacks are back, as we know, because Jim Harbaugh is doing the dance of dances when it comes to JJ and Cade. You still have Ronnie Bell and Andrell Anthony, and you still got Blake Corum and Donovan Edwards out of the backfield. So I feel like the Colorado State Rams are in a whole mess of trouble, Ryan. I don't think Michigan's in any danger of losing this game. So the question now becomes, do the Wolverines cover this ginormous spread of over 30 points?
I think they will cover. Michigan's replacing both their offensive and defensive coordinator. And I think they're going to come out and give Cade a shot, at least early, to move the ball on offense through the air and kind of pick apart Colorado State's defense like that. And if for whatever reason that's not working, Colorado State last year gave up just about 167 rushing yards a game. And Michigan with Blake Corum and with Donovan Edwards are certainly, okay to just take what Colorado State gives them in the run game. And so I just kind of think Michigan's offense is going to be able to do pretty much whatever they want to do as far as the game goes. And I don't see other people being really, or Colorado State at least, really being able to stop them. So I think the 30.5, it's kind of low, honestly. Like in my opinion, I could easily see Michigan, a 55-10 win or something like that, where it's just not even close because they are. I think they're coming out to kind of prove a lot of people wrong. Ohio State's still the pick in the Big Ten, and I expect Michigan's not very happy about that, and I think they are going to be excited to kind of unleash all these offensive weapons that they have. You mentioned the receiving corps. I didn't even mention them, but Ronnie Bell's back, Andrell Anthony, Cornelius Johnson, and then Eric All too at tight end, plus the running backs and the O-line. It just doesn't seem like it's going to be even 4 touchdown close, which is what the spread is.
Right. Well, so with Colorado State coming in, brand new head coach, Jay Norvell, they lost their tight end, who I wanted the Lions to take in the draft this past year. Trey McBride was the number 1 tight end off the board in the NFL draft. I'm wondering if the spread's a little bit lower than you were expecting because, one, Michigan has been a running offense. They averaged almost 215 yards a game last year, which was top 15 in college football. And 2, Colorado State's going to be trying to air it out. So they're going to be trying to go, quickly and moving the ball through the air. And Michigan, generally when you're moving on the ground, you're running up more clock than you are through the air. So I'm wondering if maybe it's a combination of those two things why this spread might be a little smaller than you were expecting.
It could be. I just don't think that Colorado State has really any prayer in this game, especially like when you look at some of the other spreads where it's 35 points or 38 points. I understand it's different teams playing against different teams, but Colorado State certainly isn't good. And, I've seen teams put up 70 points running the ball, like if you're not going to stop them, and Michigan's offensive line is going to create the holes, so they're not doing 4 yards in a cloud of dust all day on Colorado State. Like there's going to be big running plays. I would be surprised if Michigan wasn't at least like 7 yards a carry in this game, honestly, which is some of the stuff that we see in college where a guy can go a whole game and he's at 9.5 yards a carry, which is kind of unfathomable in the NFL. But in college it happens probably like more often than you'd think. And I think even if Michigan wasn't going to air it out this game, this is the type of game that has the recipe for Donovan Edwards and Blake Corum to each have 120 yards rushing.
Well, it definitely should be interesting. Whole new squad over there at Colorado State. Last year with Nevada, led by Carson Strong, who, threw for all sorts of yards, absolutely ridiculous number of yardage. His backup, Clay Millen, is who came over with Jay Norville over to Colorado State. Didn't play much, so it's going to be a whole new ball game for him, it's going to it's going to be tough sledding for Colorado State, but they're coming in with the right mentality, talking about they all the respect in the world for Michigan, but this is we're a football team, they're a football team, we're coming to play the game, all saying the right things while not putting Michigan down, and I appreciate that and the confidence in themselves, but I think they're in for a hurting.
Yeah, I think so too. Like I said, I don't know how the spread is this small, which is weird to say about a 30.5 point spread, but I would take Michigan pretty comfortably, honestly.
All right, so let's do a little over-under real quick, and then we'll move on to our Spartans. So, Cade McNamara, over-under, I guess it depends on how much he plays in this game, because Harbaugh said both quarterbacks are going to play in this game. The Cade's starting, but JJ's going to play, right? All right, so let's lower the number overall, but let's do 200 yards. Over-under 200 yards passing for Cade.
I think he'll go over.
All right, I'm going to go under. I think JJ is going to get some run time in this one, enough that it's going to really eat into what Cade can do just a number of minutes, and with the running game, be in the running game. So let's do the same number. 200 yards rushing for Michigan, over under. 250?
Shit, maybe. Depends on what they do.
Found the number. We found the number. 250 is the hard number. All right.
Barely, but probably under.
Like 248.
Over 248, under 250.
All right. Defensively, Colorado State's offense, so defensively for Michigan, 350 yards of total offense.
Is what Colorado State's going to get? Oh, wait.
Yeah. Michigan's going to allow 350 yards of total offense, air and ground combined.
It'll be like 200.
Okay, 300 yards total offense.
I think it'll be like 200 to 250. Yeah.
No? You think it'll be like 200?
Yeah, I don't know how they're going to move the ball, man. This is tough.
I mean, that Michigan defense lost a whole lot of people.
All right, but it's still Colorado State.
I know they got a great recruiting class. They always
Colorado
do.
State.
But I know. Hey, it's supposed to be an air raid offense, so we'll see. All right. So that's your Saturday game. Friday, so while you're watching this, today for you guys, tomorrow for us while we're recording it. Kickoff is at 7 p.m. Eastern.
Hey, Ryan Griffin here. Thank you so much for watching today's episode of Griffin and Bass. Be sure to give us your thoughts in the comments below. Remember to click the bell to receive the latest notifications from DSN, and subscribe for breaking news, community blogs, polls, contests, and other content.